Is it Cinco de Mayo already? Where does the time go? Or at least this is being posted on Cinco de Mayo. Or as somebody on Facebook pointed out, it's Cinco de Mayo falls on Taco Tuesday, but is being canceled by a virus that shares its name with Mexican beer. You can't make this stuff up. But a bunch of people made up a bunch of songs, so let's do our spot Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday bit with the final 20, and that includes this one from Larkins, and Are We Having Fun Yet? I'm sorry, the song is actually called Are We Having Any Fun Yet? And we had enough fun to call it good enough. Up next is Oasis? Don't Stop demo? I'm not sure why this is being released. But I guess it's something from Oasis, which is not something I expected to say ever again. I've probably heard this particular Oasis song, but I don't remember it very well. So I can't tell if this demo is good or is not good as the old song, but you know, it's Oasis. If you miss Oasis, it's something you probably haven't heard before. Call it good enough. Up next, Chicano Batman, and I Know It. You know, maybe this isn't fair, but I expect more from somebody called Chicano Batman. It's a very, very ordinary-ish song from a name like that. Up next, Yellow Days and Treat You Right. There is some synthesization going on here. Loving the synthesizers on this track. Gives it just like a little dollop. You know, they say a dollop of sour cream. This is like a dollop of 80s synth in it, and that's just enough to make it a little interesting. I put that in the grade file. So, Yellow Days, Treat You Right. I'd recommend that one. Up next, Jak Curley with Down, a remake of the 311 track, I'm sure. You guys, this may shock you, but this is not a remake of the 311 song. It's also not a remake of the Three Doors Down song. Did they do a song called Down? Somebody else did a song called Down. I don't know. There was a band called Down with Phil Anselmo. All of that is more interesting than this one, so. Mediocre. Next is Lori McKenna with Liz Rose and Hillary Lindsay and When You're My Age. It's a bit long at 5:11, but it's a solid Americana track. We'll call it good enough. I was hoping there'd be some new Lucinda Williams on the list this week because she dropped a new album, but apparently Spotify is a little ageist. Because, yeah, I don't see Lucinda Williams on here. Up next is Hardy with Boots. I'm surprised it took this long for a song like this to come along. It's got... If this song was a person, it'd have 1 foot on country and 1 foot on hard rock. It's kind of trying to straddle the line between country and like hard rock. More than any band I've heard in a long time has, so... You'd have to edit it to put it on country radio, and you might have to remix it to put it on rock radio. So, it's got some crunchy rock guitar, but definitely has more of a country feel at times. I don't know. It's, yeah, I don't know. I put it under mediocre, but the more I listen to it, the more I'm not sure. Next is Voila, and If You Were Me. Voila! It's mediocre. Up next, Chaz Cardigan and SOS. Ooh, a Rihanna remake. It's not a Rihanna remake, you guys and gals. Know that when I say you guys, I'm talking like everybody. I'm not just talking to the guys. Guys is, I don't know. Is that okay? Should I specify? I don't know. I'm trying to be more inclusive in everything I do. But, yeah, not so much for this guy. Pretty mediocre. Up next for King and Country with Tori Kelly and Together. Oh, Kirk Franklin's in this too. It's definitely Christian music, but, you know, like any music, if done well, it's still good. It's Christian music. I mean, some people immediately flip the dial, but, you know, it's well done. Up next, August Wahh and Elated. Sometimes doing this can be so frustrating. This is one of those songs that makes it frustrating, because it seems like, once again, it's an artist who, I don't know, like any music, if done well, it's still good. It's Christian music. I mean, some people immediately flip the dial, but, you know, it's well done. Up next, August Wahh and Elated. Sometimes doing this can be so frustrating. This is one of those songs that makes it frustrating, because it seems like, once again, it's an artist who, I think could be really good. Just this song isn't. I don't know. I put it in mediocre, but it's maybe they just released the wrong single. I don't know. Up next, Doe Boy and Moneybagg Yo with Split It. Parts of this song sound intentionally distorted, and I know there's that gag thing on YouTube and TikTok where a song just suddenly gets all overmodulated and distorts a little bit, but that's on purpose for something really crazy happening or funny happening. I don't know. This seems like it was made for that. See, it sounds like a song that was made to be on TikTok. I'm not sure if that's a good thing or a bad thing. Also, you can look for me on TikTok. I post there like at least 6 days a week. Right now, Quando Rondo and Stick to the Code. So, Quando Rondo's album cover for Stick to the Code. The code is a UPC code. I wonder if you could scan... If they sold this as a CD single, if you could scan the cover art and it would work as this UPC code for the actual CD. That'd be kind of cool if it did that. Up next, Lorna Love. Actually, that's the name of the song. It's by Rahli. Yeah, we're definitely getting towards the end of the playlist now. Definitely. Up next, Maejor and Juicy J with Issues. 432 Hertz. This one gets a bump up from mediocre to good because about 2 or so minutes into the song, it turns into a different song completely, which I like. Like, I wasn't expecting that. That's kind of neat. Up next is Jak Bannon and The Trade. Kind of poppy, kind of R&B. Kind of there. Steven is up next with I Never Stay in Love. The song starts out like a Billy Joel and then kind of shifts into a Nine Inch Nails Skrillex thing. Even that couldn't keep it from being kind of mediocre. Up next is Arca with Non-Binary. This is good enough, bordering on great. It's very interesting. An experimental hip-hop artist, and yeah. Doesn't sound like anything else I've listened to. Actually, I'm going to change my vote to great. Because, yeah, the more I listen to it, the more I'm really grooving on it. Up next, a little Ade, and Replacements. What it is not a song about the legendary Minneapolis-based alternative rock band, The Replacements. What it is your very ordinary hip-hop song. Let's wrap this up with ICECOLDBISHOP and Kenny Beats with Dickie Suit. Much like a Dickie Suit, it's kind of there. So yeah, you can see that Great got to double digits and everything else was kind of bunched there. Only 2 bad songs. One Kenny Chesney, one Luke Combs. Shocker, I know. But you know what? That's a new Music Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. Or 5 consecutive quarantines days, if you prefer. And I prefer you tune in tomorrow for a new cassette story. Last week we had Megadeth's Cryptic Writings from 97. I'm guessing the next one is going to be back to maybe the 80s. Or at least the early 90s.